If you're a conservative Christian criticizing Aaron Bushnell for lighting himself on fire in front of the Israeli embassy the other day, this video is for you. There's been a lot of criticism online regarding this act. Some say he must have been mentally unwell, while others chalk it up to radicalization or virtue signaling. I want to step back and look at it from my former Christian perspective. 5 years ago, a Christian missionary by the name of John Allen Chau traveled to North Sentinel Island in an attempt to evangelize the native population. This was regarded by many as a suicide mission, and indeed it was. Fishermen would eventually see John's dead body being dragged across the island and buried on the shore. For John, though, he had considered it worth it. Thinking that these islanders would go to hell without hearing the gospel, John accepted his fate in an attempt to prevent that from happening. Many on the left criticized John, calling him crazy and reckless, while conservative Christians praised John's actions as heroic and self-sacrificial. He was following the example of Jesus Christ, who in the Bible states, "No greater love is this, than a man would lay down his life for his friends." And we know that Christ would eventually carry out that message when he willingly sacrificed himself on the cross for the sake of others. Fast forward to Aaron Bushnell. When he poured that flammable liquid onto his head and lit himself ablaze in protest of genocide, he knew there was a good chance he wouldn't survive. Despite that, he saw innocent people suffering, men, women, children, dying daily at an unprecedented rate in modern history. He, like Jesus and many Christian missionaries, had a heart for the marginalized and disempowered people of the world. So much so that he was willing to lay down his life if that's what it took to bring change and awareness. He wanted to save them, and he took the most extreme route possible attempting to do so. To all the Christians who are criticizing him, saying that he was selfish and his actions won't be enough to cause any widespread change, do you think the same way when it comes to Christian missionaries? Are you under the illusion that a single missionary will be enough to save an entire population? Probably not. But is the attempt not admirable? Even if they're able to change even a few hearts and minds, will it not at least have made a positive impact? Was John Chau selfish when he martyred himself trying to save the souls of Sentinel Island? He was doing the very thing that conservatives honor when it comes to military service, laying down his life for the sake of those who need saving. If you as a Christian admire Christ and you support missionaries, then you should be celebrating Aaron Bushnell's sacrifice as the most loving and selfless act that a person can engage in. While John Chau wanted to save the people he cared about from hell, Aaron Bushnell was willing to endure hell to do the same. Rest in peace and free Palestine.